one thing I keep on getting questions about, and I don't know if you guys do or not, but people are really in tune with the economy. People are concerned there's another bubble. And are you guys hearing a bunch of questions about that or concerns about what they're hearing in the news?
Well, the economy, first of all, affects every single person on the face of the earth.
Everything.
So that's why it's always one of the most talked about things. And most people's biggest holding are their real estate holdings. So that's a double whammy when it comes to topics that people talk about, is that because it affects everything, their wealth, their retirement. Ultimately, if you read all the economic data, it says that, right now, historically, we are in the longest period of growth in economic growth that our economy has ever seen. Mm-hmm. And so that says something in itself right there. Does that mean that doom is on the horizon? I mean, it depends on who you talk to, but if you talk to like the Federal Reserve people and stuff, it just says no. No.
And that's the thing with some of this data here is, last week the National Associations for Business Economics released their February 2019 policy survey. And the survey revealed that the majority of the panel believe that an economic slowdown is in the near future. But while only 10% of the panelists expected a recession in 2019, 42% said a recession will happen in 2020, and 25% expected one in 2021. But that coincides with several super smart people that work at the Posomic survey of market analysts, the Wall Street Journal survey of economics, and the Duke University survey of American CFOs. They all said, hey, a temporary slowdown is healthy. Mm-hmm. You can't all good things must come to an end. You can't stay on this record pace forever.
I want to read just what the definition of recession is, because I knew what it was, but I wanted to make sure.
Yep.
But it said a period of temporary economic decline.
Hold on. Repeat that.
A period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced, generally identified by the fall of the GDP, gross domestic product, in 2 consecutive quarters.
Correct.
Okay, so that's not 2 consecutive years.
Right.
It doesn't say real estate.
Nope.
It doesn't. So it specifically, it could be many different factors.
Absolutely.
But it just talks about an economic decline that's just for 2 consecutive quarters. Now, the next one that comes around, will it only be for 2 quarters? Who knows?
Every time somebody asks me about the bubble, I try to explain, 1, supply and demand, and 2, when we had, in 2008, everybody was, do you have a driver's license and a job? You can buy a house. Everybody could buy. It was like, I have 0 down, and I'll just tell you that I make $50,000 a year.
Okay.
They're like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
And was that
easy?
Is not like that now. So there's way more regulation.